This is an overview of the tile grid image gallery. Let's get started. This is an overview of the tile grid image gallery widget by Unlimited Elements. What this widget does, it's an image gallery of tiles that you can determine each size of each tile, and you also have a caption, and when you click on the image it opens a light box that you can navigate between the different images using the light box and close that. This image can also become a carousel with bullets and arrow navigation. I'm going to take you over the settings. So click on the widget to edit, and over here we can see all of the images. Going to click on the gallery field over here, and we can click over here, add to gallery, and select some more images. So let's select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more images and click add and insert to gallery. As you can see, these images are not added underneath, but they are added in a separate bullet, and I will show you how you can determine how many images you can show in each bullet or each page inside of the gallery. So for ordering and adding images and deleting images, and also for the caption editing, this is done inside of the edit gallery. Down here we can enable or disable the border. So if I click over here, turn off the border and the outline, you can see now there's no stroke around these. And the text panel is when you hover over these, there's a text panel with a description. So we can also disable that if we want. So that's how we do that. Over here, there's a bullet navigation that shows how many pages there are and allows you to navigate between these. We can change that to arrows, and now it's shown as arrows that you can use instead of the bullets. Inside of style, we have all the dimensions, and this is the important part where we can determine how many of these show in each page. Because for example, the grid number of rows is 2 rows right now. And if I change it to 3 rows, then more images will show inside. Now there's still bullets to navigate over here, but if it was 4 rows, then all of the images would fit, and it will automatically know not to show the bullets underneath. Let's change the height over here to default just so it won't be higher than the section itself. Back to the widget itself, and we have a width, so that's the maximum width of the gallery. Tile width, so everything here is calculated automatically. So for example, if I change the tile width to 220 instead of 320, then more tiles are shown. And of course, if I make it even bigger, then less tiles will be shown, and just 2 tiles each row will show. So that's actually determining like sort of the columns, the tile width and height. So we can change the height as well if we need to. Let's change it to 520 as well. And now these are really big. Let's bring it back to 320. Awesome. Grid gap is for the gap between these. So we have an option for space between columns and space between rows. You can see there's 30 pixels over here. So let's just change that to 0 so you can see how it looks when there's no space between them at all, which also looks pretty nice depending on your design. That's about it. So if I change this to 1 row, then I'll see only 1 row, and you can see now there are more pages, and I see just 3 images for each page. Text panel. You need to turn the text panel on for this. So I'm going back here, enabling the text panel, jumping back to style, text panel. So we can change the background color of the text panel over here, and that's about it. Nothing special over here. You can align the text differently and change the color of the text. Bullets, you can set the margin from the top over here, so I'm just gonna make that a little bit smaller just so you can see. And this is the space between the bullets. Don't see any reason to touch that. We can also change their color if we want to. Let's change it to brown just to see how it looks. Awesome. Inside of border, this is when the border is enabled. You can add a border. Not gonna touch it. And overlay is the overlay color and opacity when you're hovering over these. So for example, if I'll change this to 1, let's say, and right now, can't change it to 1, we can change it to 0.9. So here we go. That's how it looks. You can also change its color if you want to. And that's about it. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and I'm going to see you in the next video.